Hello, hello, and welcome to Delights Highlights. And this week, I've got some really fun stuff from the 80s, everything 80s. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a love-hate relationship with the 80s. I mean, this is when, I was in high school in the 80s back in the States. And I was the type of kid, I was friends with everybody. I was friends with the mods. I was friends with the preps. I was friends with the punks. And, I was just kind of one of those kids that just was in the middle. But it was a really fun time. We took influences from the 50s, from the 40s, basically anything that we could just play with. We did a lot of self creations where we would paint things. We would wear things backwards, like your grandpa's cardigan, and we'd have it put on backwards with the V and the buttons in the back. We had fun with our hair. We were just crazy, and the high school that I went to even had live music on Wednesdays. You'd have like the kids who played in band, would like put together some punk band and play at lunchtime. So it was a really, really special time for music and for creativity and for just being individual. Come on, this is a time where men were wearing eyeliner and hairspray in their hair. Come on, girls, this was an amazing time. So anyway, I wanted to show you some of the fun stuff that I have from the 80s. And it's a wide variety. Really, you have everything from, the Dynasty, or in Germany, I think they call it Denver Clan. From, I don't know, like I said, you have so many different influences. And I was always the type that was kind of more like, I wasn't into punk, but I was a little bit more in this direction. Let's just say that. I felt a little bit more comfortable. So anyway, I'm kind of like, as a homage to my 80s thing, I've got my little studs here, and I've got my Ramones t-shirt, and well, that's about as crazy as it's going to get. So anyway, I wanted to show you some fun things that I've got, all 80s. So here I have a two-piece outfit. This is something that is really, really great. This is the top. If you can see that, that's the back. And that's the front, and you can see it's cut quite interesting, it's a bit low, and this is the skirt, and this was something that was totally typical. This V cut here, the cool pockets, as you see, it's got pockets, which is wonderful. Really, really fun full skirt. And it's this really lightweight, kind of like a nylon. That was something that was really, really popular when I was growing up, was this, I'd say like this parachute material is what we used to call them. We had parachute pants that were huge, and this material reminds me a lot of that. And this is really beautiful. It's tiny though. It fits at the most in the waist, probably a 36. It's quite small. So anyway, this is something that's really great. Now we have something that's this very feminine floral type of 80s. And so here we've got this crazy bright skirt, and has a zipper on the side. There doesn't look like there are any pockets. Nope, no pockets. But the nice thing is here, look at this little liner. It's like this little underskirt, yeah, which is kind of sweet. And it even has its own funky belt, if you can see that. Anyway, this is really fun, very bright. One of those things, just throw on a jeans jacket and a tank top, and it looks great. And the size here is a good M. I'd say a good 40. Yeah. So now this is this direction of 80s that I think is very, like the little secretary look, very cute. If you remember, there was a movie called Working Girl, kind of in that direction. So here we have this cute little top. There's the back of it, has the little shoulder pads in there, as you can see, and the little fake attached kerchief. I don't know. I see something like this, and I just think this totally combined in the opposite direction, like really throwing like a ripped up pair of jeans, or even like maybe leather pants or something. I think that might be kind of fun, and a really big funky statement color. These are things I think you can really have fun with. If you try to just get out of the box, out of this conservative box, I think you can have fun with these. And the funny thing is, that's actually, which I forgot to even show you, oh my gosh, it even has a skirt. The skirt here, totally cute. Might be a bit much together, but there you go. It's quite cute. That just barely came in. So that's a new piece. You just put that back. So staying along the line of the more conservative, fun direction of the 80s, we have also stuff like this. This is so sweet. This little collar. And what I love here is like the buttons. I love how that's done. And that's a really nice cotton, really wonderful, well made, really, really well made. I had it rolled up, so I had it probably displayed with something. And yeah, so that's the back. And that's the front. Very, very sweet. Also, throw out some jeans. Really, don't try to go too much in the same direction, because then you look, I think a lot of people just look way too dated, too conservative. These are things that are really fun if you combine them and just funk them up a bit. Yeah, really. Old pair of jeans, something funky, something ripped up, something faded, maybe some leather with it. I don't know. Something like that can be really fun. Just gotta be creative. So now this is another piece that's a little bit more in the direction of like a designer piece from the 80s. Now this is all silk and actually really, really, really beautiful. Look at these transparent sleeves and the detail on that. It's really pretty. Yeah, really, really nice. And as you can see, it's got this little shimmer, you know, it's gold. This is the back of it. And that's going to fit probably like I'm guessing a 38. Yeah, it's real sweet. Also, combine it with something funky. Ooh, you know, it'd be really cool. Maybe some gold leather pants. Ooh, that would be fun. So, sexy secretary. Yeah. Also, these type of blouses, super popular in the 80s. Yeah, this working girl look with the little bow, little tie, and I believe it is, yes, it's attached. So it's part of the blouse. You can let it hang down. You could probably even tie it knots. You can do the big bow here, whatever. And yeah, very roomy. I think these are really sweet when they're a bit oversized, and then a real tight jeans. I think something like that is real sweet. Also, have fun with it. Try not to make it too business-like and conservative. Yeah, I mean, of course you can wear a skirt with it and stuff like that. Of course, there's nothing that says that you can't, but I would tend to really combine this with something a little bit more casual. Have fun with it. This seems to be my saying of the day. Have fun with it. Yes. Now this is this is typically something that you would see on these shows like Dynasty or like Denver Clan. Imagine this, yeah, and then throw on some big funky gold jewelry, you know, the hair up and, you know, teased with lots of hairspray and, you know, the makeup and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, obviously you don't need to do that. You can go completely the other direction. I can also picture this on somebody with really long, straight hair, you know, and maybe some cool boots. Oh, something kind of fun. So anyway, it's like a dress that, remember, I'm from my size, I'm like a 1.65 meters, which is like 5'4"-ish, and this goes to my mid calf. Not exactly the best length for somebody my size, but if it's hemmed or on somebody taller, I think it would be really, really great. Yeah, and it's really cute too because it's got this little ruffle here in the back and this little belt that you can take off and put on something else if you wanted to. I always suggest to do that because I think, although these are really sweet, I just think they're much cooler and much more modern if you can throw something else on there, like a big leather belt or sash or something like that, you know. I think it makes a huge difference. And you can always wear this with something else. So now this is a dress that I got in just recently. Also a very 80s dress, but also completely different. This is like this little striped dress. Now it's very transparent on the top, you know, so there you go. I don't know, you might even be able to see my hand through it. But that's something that's real cute. And I like the skirt on it. It's like also really sweet. It's quite long. That one would go like right underneath my calf. It's like between my bottom of my calf and my ankle. So there's that. And it even has a little belt. Also, put a different belt on it. Just do yourself the favor and put a different belt on it. You'll be happy with it. So now this is something, I know it's velvet, wrong time of year, but this is such an amazingly over-the-top, opulent, gorgeous dress. I just had to show you. So this is one of these designer dresses. This Louis Feraud. He was, whoops, wrong one. And but check this out. This is so crazy. Look at this. The arms, you know, the detail on the sleeves. Check that out. Isn't that just like freaking awesome? Look at the detailing on that. It's a zipper in the back. It's got this wonderful like little taffeta belt and this little sash. The detailing here on the sleeves. Now this is a really big skirt. It's a heavy velvet, but look at the details here. You've got little appliques. Oh, I wish I could show you that a little bit better. Yeah, here. So look there, look, it's really long and it has all of these funky little appliques on it with like little lace and stones and pearls and all of that. Isn't that just great? Oh my God, I love the detail on that. And this is really beautiful. Now this fits, this is also a bit more friendly to the curvy girl. This one is, it says it's a 42. I'm guessing it's a 40. Yeah, it's 38 to 40, but probably more in the 40 direction. And it's amazing. If you need a big fancy ball gown for whenever we're allowed to have balls again, this is amazing. For something like in the winter, maybe if we gave the 80's gala, where we're allowed to have that, this would be something that would be really incredible. Bright red lips, hair up and like half messy or something like that, and then something like that. Wow, amazing. So now I have a couple jackets, very, very typical 80s style. This is something that I just got in, and I love this dress. Oh my, I love this jacket. It's so beautiful. This is leather. It's suede. Yeah, and the color is really, really great. It's this wonderful kind of like an army mossy green. It's so soft. You can tell I just love to pet it. But look at the details. This is the best part. Look at the details. It's got these wonderful little leaves and this little soft brown as a detail. Here, look, even there. And the pockets you can see there. Yeah, and there. And on this one, oh God, it's so beautiful. And this is the back. It's just really, really nice. And this one fits, I would say anywhere between a 38 to a 40. It's great. I mean, you probably could even get away with it if you have a little bit more shoulder and you're like a 36. It would probably be a bit big, oversized, but I think that's actually kind of nice. This is just a dream. It's so beautiful and the detailing on it is incredible. So very, very 80s. And the next one, also a jacket, leather, a completely different direction, but also screams the 80s, is this one. This is leather, and it's this beautiful, like a blackberry color. I mean, isn't that color just to die for? It's so beautiful. And I love the quilting details here. It's got these big pockets in the front with also this little quilting detail. And this is the back. So it's just this big, huge, oversized, gorgeous leather coat. I know, wrong time of year, but I just have to show you these things. So I just think they're so pretty. This one from the size, you're looking at I'd say a medium to a large, but you know, the 80s were always oversized. And so sometimes it's nicer just to have this big thing, you know, on and then underneath it, do something really, yeah, snug, you know, like a tighter jean and like a fun boot or something. Yeah. Which reminds me, I know, look at these boots. just made me think about them. I have them sitting right here. These boots are so amazing. I know, I have to think of another word than amazing. How about incredible, astounding, phenomenal? Well, you can help me out. Anyway, these boots, they are really incredible. See here, this total typical 80s look. It's the detailing on here is phenomenal. It's a beautiful blue, as you see, and lots of funky shimmering colors and details on the appliques there. This, I don't think it's real. It's like a snake optic. It's not real. You don't feel the scales on it. No, it could be, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But anyway, this is just really, really cool and very groovy. And this size is a 39. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that great? It's amazing. So sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. I had to show that. So anyway, now we're coming into something which is totally over the top 80s. This is probably not for everybody, but that's okay. You don't have to be everybody. This one, the details on it are so incredible, and this thing weighs a ton. So, oh, this thing is so heavy. Now, check this out. This is all beaded sequins. It's incredibly detailed. I mean, just check this out. The colors. Just let me lift that up and you can see this. And it's of course embroidered, or it's beaded all on silk. This is the, so you can see the inside there. It's really incredibly detailed and so beautifully done. Let me just kind of flip that around there. There, isn't that amazing? It's absolutely incredible. There are a couple little spots on there that need to be repaired. That kind of happens with these beaded pieces from the 80s. Sometimes you'd have to look. But if you think about the age of this piece and how, I mean, what the condition is of it, I mean, it's really, really well done. You can tell. Now, the lady who brought that into me told me it was like a designer piece, but unfortunately, since there is no tag anymore, some of these girls love to cut the tags out of stuff. I don't know. Maybe you know better than I do, but this is really incredible, and it's a bigger size. This is probably gonna fit a 42 to 44, easy. It's just, like I said, it's just an amazingly beautiful, heavy jacket. It's really, really great. Oh, the colors are just incredible. So now we're going to go into something completely different. Recently I got a collection from a textile artist. Her name was Waltraud Dell'Antonio Kunzmann. Look her up. She was an absolutely wonderful artist. She handmade her clothing. A lot of her pieces were in an art gallery in Cologne. Her husband was a sculptor. They did sculptures for statues in, I believe, in Trier area. Just in a really wonderful, very creative, lovely couple. And she passed away when she was 97. And I got a huge amount of her clothing collection. I've sold already a lot of it, but I have a few pieces left over that I only show to certain people. But now I'm going to kind of show you a couple of pieces. They're really special. Each piece is completely different, and they're all hand sewn, and a lot of them are hand dyed and hand painted. So, and this is a very 80s thing, okay? So this is one thing. This is relatively simple, you would think, but this is all silk. Yeah, and this piece here is just really, really beautiful, and it just feels wonderful. And the details, it's just this beautiful, shining silk blouse. The details on here, they're covered buttons. I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away. And if you're lucky enough to already own a Dell'Antonio, wow. I mean, I kind of got snagged about 3 of the big tunics already. Yeah, you snooze, you lose. So anyway, that's this beautiful top here. And this is one of the skirts that she made. Now this is something also, it's 100% silk, and it's all hand painted. Hand painted. Check this out. The way it shimmers. It feels so beautiful. Oh God, it's so beautiful. The details on that. And it's just super flowy, really, really beautiful. And it's like if you can't really tell in here, it's kind of like a silver and gold. And like I said, and it's all hand done, all with this batik, Seidenmalerei, I guess what you call it, silk painting, silk. It's stunning. Well, since I'm learning how to do all of this, my video ran out on me, so I'm going to start again where I left off. So I was showing you this beautiful dress or skirt here, and now this one from this Dell'Antonio. Now this one is a really, really beautiful silk skirt, and the colors are really, really beautiful. It's just this purple and turquoise and shimmer, and it's really, really pretty. It has this extra piece right here. that you can tie. And this one and the gray skirt that I just showed you, they run around a medium. I'm saying like maybe a 38 to 40. 40 is probably closer. So now, if you remember, this one was always hanging in the back here. And this is also from her, from Del Antonio. And she did not make the material itself, but it's all hand sewn. And this is really great because not only is it like this amazing, you know, sequin, it has like a floral pattern when you look at it. Yeah, if you can kind of see that, it's really quite cool. And it even has, like I said, beautiful covered buttons. Now this material is a little different than here. This one's with the little sequins on it, and this is just kind of like this lame, funky, material that has like this little covered buttons. But anyway, this is the front, and then this is the back. So it's like open here and closed at the neck, and also oversized. But you could definitely, I'd say like a 40, you could definitely get in there. If you wanted to wear it a little bit oversized, you could wear it if you're like a 38. I think it would work too. Really pretty. So now this is a dress that she made that is made out of, it's made out of silk. It's totally light. I mean, this thing is so light, and it's the most beautiful blue. And check out the detailing here on the skirt. It's absolutely beautiful. And that's done with this wax. Yeah, this wax dye, this batik. Yeah, and here's the back of it. Now, I've seen girls of different size try this on. You can be like a 36 and it looks wonderful, and you can have a little bit more on you and it also looks really beautiful. It's just something that just drapes. It just drapes. You shouldn't have to wear a belt or anything like that. Well, I think it would kind of ruin the line of it a little bit, but that's my opinion. But it's just, yeah, it's really pretty, and the color, and it's so lightweight. You can wear that definitely in the summer and not have a problem. And it's just big and airy and very beautiful. So this is a different dress that is from her as well. Now this one is all hand painted here. You can see these beautiful little leaves and these wonderful little sleeves here, these big fat puffy sleeves. And the detail that I love here is that it's got elastic on the sides, and you can actually tie it. And you can, I don't know, even if you were pregnant, you could wear that, and you could open it up here on the sides and you have a little bit more space. It's just so sweet. And it has these pockets, which of course all girls love pockets. And really pretty. Look at that. And it's a good length. It goes to my ankles. Like I said, I'm kind of short though, but it goes just above my ankles. So it's really a big fun dress. This is the back of it, quite simple, and then the front of it. And this can fit anything, I'd say from a 38 to like around a 42-ish. Yeah, something around in there. Like I said, you can open this with the elastic and you can fit a little bit more in there. So now I have one last piece, and this piece, I'm sorry to say, is mine. It's not for sale. I found this piece when I was in London shopping around the vintage shops. And I've been telling you about Pucci for such a long time. Well, this girl found her own Pucci, and in my favorite colors. And it is 1980s. Oh, and check that out. This is an original 1980s Emilio Pucci dress. It's velvet, has little puffy sleeves here, as you can see, and it is absolutely luxurious. It is just beautiful. It's this wonderful little V here in the front. It has a zipper down in the back here, and the length here, it probably doesn't really fit me great at the moment. It doesn't mean I'm going to sell it though. But it's, yeah, I mean, but look at that. And I just wanted to show you this for the example of Emilio Pucci and what that looks like for these prints. I mean, he was an absolute master in design, just with these patterns and the colors, together, just incredible. This is like a real dark blue, and the turquoise together is just stunning. It's just so funky on. And another thing that you can see with these is that they have the original little Emilio little signature here. He usually does that in his fabrics. So if you have something like that, and you look around and you can find this Emilio, yeah, then you know you've got yourself an original. And I found that when I was in London. It was hanging up on the wall and I freaked out. I was like, that! I want that! So anyway, that's what I've got. So 80s, crazy 80s, and yeah. So if you're into that and you want to make an appointment and come in and see me and try on the stuff, please do. So as I always say, please take care of each other, be nice to each other, shop local, and we'll talk to you soon.